Aloha class.
Aloha.
Our topic today, I'll be talking more about how to make your business more unique. So I have come up with the ideas of trying to see what are some things that we can do in the future if you're trying to run a business. What are some unique things that you do so your business can be different from other business, or I would say more highlight from them. Okay, so one thing that I want you guys to do, I want you guys to just work in groups, just everyone, and then I want you guys to write a list of a few names of napkin foldings, the one that we use for the restaurant. I want you guys to write names that you know, for example, like Chinese fan. There is one name for Chinese fan for napkin folding. So I want you guys to write down some lists, maybe just one or two that you guys can give me. Yeah, you two can.
I don't know any. Because I don't use napkin. I'm Japanese.
Okay, so maybe I'll ask each one of you just give me one name and we can just go on. Katie, do you know?
Do the little triangle one that looks like a hat.
Okay. The triangle here. Katie said that. What you have in your mind?
Napkin folding techniques. The swans. The swan on cruise ships. Yeah, the cruise ships. The swan.
Nathan.
I was gonna say the swan too, but I don't know what it's called, but it kind of looks like it's not kind of like a triangle, it looks more like a little boat.
Oh,
Like
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. And Miami, do you have anything?
No, because I don't really use napkin.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine. So,
different. Yeah.
I want you guys to know that the importance of doing this, because by next week I'll teach you guys more about different, because we have a lot of different kind of napkin folding. So next week I'll teach you guys more different kind of styles, but then we will go more on how to set tables and stuff like that for occasion, because last year my cousin got married and we had to pay a lot of money just for the people to come and set for the wedding and stuff. So I want you guys to be aware of that. It's not only that will help you in the future, but when you have like family stuff, you can be able to just do it on your own instead of getting people to set for you. So I will teach you guys. I have passed out you guys little cups, and I want you guys to follow me, and I will teach you guys how to fold napkins. I'll just teach you 2 times, okay? So, please hold your napkins up, and then, oh, this is a small table. Anyways, then you gotta fold them and make them look like triangles. So you fold them up, and then everyone follows me. You fold them into triangles like this, and then I want you guys to hold both sides of each, and then you fold them up. Fold them up and don't fold them so it will go way on top. Just leave maybe a little inch down. So you fold them like this, and then you guys have any question? You guys good? You can go to the next step. And then we fold this upwards like this. It is good. And then fold them in, both sides. Fold them in. Like this. It is good.
Mine.
Oh,
Does it look like that?
yes.
Oh, but no. And then you put the silverware in?
Yes. So are you guys good?
So,
Let me see.
okay.
Yes.
Huh?
And so I want you guys to fold this into. And I want you guys to take your cup that I give it to you, and then, ta-da! You can just put it there, and then you're set. So if you wanna do decoration or anything, you can just, that's all you gotta do. Okay, so do you guys have any question or anything? Yes, good. Okay, I'm gonna teach you guys another napkin. So you gotta take them apart again, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to do Bird of Paradise. Okay. So this is how you guys do. I need you guys to fold them into rectangles. Okay, fold them into rectangles, and then you're gonna go step by steps. Fold them into rectangles. You guys are good?
Wait.
Okay. Nathan, you okay?
Okay.
Okay, and then from there we're gonna go fold them again, so you can end up with a square. And then, oops, okay. And then I want you guys to face this side towards you, okay? So I want you to face this one towards you, and then you're gonna hold all of them and then pull them up. It is good?
Triangle.
Face this side and then you pull them up. You guys good? Okay, and then you fold them in twos and you pretend like you're making an aeroplane. Okay? 1, 2. You
Do
guys-
they overlap?
No, just like this. You just gotta fold.
Mine's like this. Like this. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys good?
Eh?
Does it
You
look
see
like
it?
that on the back?
Oh,
No,
okay. I got it.
What?
So
Where did
this
that
is
go wrong? Is that right?
you guys good?
Yeah.
Okay. After making the aeroplane, and then we're gonna twist them. You gotta fold. We're gonna turn them this side, turn them upside down this way, and you have the point of the aeroplane towards you. Okay. Just flip them on the other side. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you turn this one upwards. Turn it up. That's all. And then fold them this way. Fold them backwards.
Oh,
Okay, and then pull this on top. Pull pull it straight, and then you start pulling them down one by one. Evan, you guys okay, or do I go too fast?
okay. No,
Abby?
you got it.
I think I used the wrong one, but used the wrong side. Like that?
I got it.
Yes, but you gotta pull it like.
But you see, my napkin looks like unstraight.
It can be an opposite side. The folding
I
way.
think you guys should fold it.
Yeah.
So, Miami and Nathan, you guys can put them on your cups, and that's what
Ours
it,
is sad.
and that's what it looks like. A bird of a paradise.
I remember that.
Okay, so I will let you guys do it independent kind, and I will follow up with you guys.
Independently?
Yeah, and I will just follow up and so I will give you guys steps over here on the board. So if you guys don't understand, you guys can just follow up with the steps, and I can just help you guys when I go and observe you guys work.
Ta-da!
That's a sexy bird of paradise. Nice.
Guys,
It goes over.
Magnifique.
Okay, right. This way?
Okay, wait, no, which way is which?
Wow.
Yay! I'm so proud of us. Look at you get it.
I know.
Oh yeah, I saw
Amazing.
you, Nathan.
This is picture worthy. What do you have to do?
So that's. Don't you guys think that's good?
What is it called?
Bird of Paradise.
Paradise.
So when you guys have weddings, birthday, your little nephew, like, oh, I should bring you a dinner and decorate everything so nice, and beautiful. You don't have to pay a lot of money for people to come and do your decoration. So this week I will teach you guys 2 napkin folding, and then next week we'll have more on our settings. Okay? So class, do you guys have any question or anything before we go on? Oh, you guys are so good. Look at you guys. Okay. I want you guys to.
Wanna try it?
I want you guys to. Maybe. So while we're waiting for the videos, I want you guys to know that next week I'll be having the other class borrowed our tablecloth and everything. So I will have everything set up, like the tablecloth, the plates, and I will teach you guys how to do settings. And then that gives you guys project. I will have like, Nathan, you gotta do your table. I want you to do your cups like paradise folding. I want you to do this, and I want you to do this. So please try to write down the methods of folding this, and maybe we can export. And then put it on here. Yeah.
I can't move there. There somewhere.
Someone help me with my videos.
Sure.
You couldn't show them.
I said my best friend. She was very promo. That's like an exotic. Oh no, it's like it's called a bird of paradise. Exotic. It's like hashtag IRB. She's like
That's-
exotic, just like you're dancing. Just like you're out here.
Does anyone knows
Whoa.
how to?
Oh my God.
Nathan, can you help me just put this?
Very techy, but I can try.
I was gonna tell you.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, so I want you guys to pay attention. I want you guys to pay attention and look at this different kind of like fancy folding of napkins. So I want you to see because next week we will continue with this. Okay, so those are some napkin folding that I want you guys to kind of look at. We already went through the bird of paradise, and you guys did awesome. And I want you guys to remember that. So next week we will continue with settings. So just before we end our class, I just want you guys to watch this last video. And it's about why settings is really important.
When I was a child, my task at home was to set the table. I think a lot of people grow up with the chore of setting the table in their house. And interestingly enough, when you become a restaurant professional, you spend a lot of time setting tables. And setting tables is all about making it prepared for what is to come. So when you're setting a table, your goal is to make sure that the guest has everything that they need, that it's very pleasing to the eye, makes them completely comfortable, and allows them to relax and enjoy a wonderful meal. Everything that's on a restaurant table has to be beautifully polished and clean. It has to be pressed if it's linen. It has to be polished if it's silverware or glassware. Even if it's a paper napkin, it shouldn't have any creases. It should look clean and untouched. It's very important that anything that goes anywhere near a guest's mouth is never touched by your hands. The guests don't want to see that, and they don't want to know it's happening, even if it's at another table. So you should always handle all serviceware from the part that will touch the guest's hands. So silverware is handled by the handle. Stemware for wine is handled by the stem. Glasses are handled below, far below, where the person's mouth will touch the glass. A table is like a wall, and the serviceware on it is like a piece of art. If it's crooked, it will bug everybody. It will never feel right. So you need to be very, very careful when you're setting a table to make sure that things are properly positioned, that they are parallel in the ways they should be parallel, and perpendicular in the ways that they should be perpendicular. They should line up and be even. They shouldn't be askew in any particular way, and opposite sides of the table should be a mirror image of each other. That is very calming and relaxing to the guest. When things look sloppy or thrown on the table, it sends a message to the guest that nobody's really taking care of the tabletop. To set a table for the first time, the first thing you do is take care of what's on the bottom. If it's a bare tabletop, you should wipe it down and make sure it's clean and free of any grease or crumbs. If it's a paper covering that your restaurant uses, there should be a fresh, clean piece of paper without any holes or creases in it. If your tabletop is linen covered, the linen should be squarely placed on the table and ironed, either pressed with your hands or with an iron to make sure that it's absolutely pristine. Then you lay down the silver that's required on the table and the napkin in the way that the restaurant has decided that you should set each table before a guest sits down. Some tables are preset with wine glasses or water glasses or both. There may be salt and pepper on the table, or a small vase with flowers, or in the evening, a candle. All of these things should have a proper place, and they should be in that place before the guest approaches the table. Another important part of table setting is what's called marking. When you set a table for a next course, you're marking that table. It's important, for example, that people have the steak knife they're going to need before their steak is delivered. Obviously, they need their glass before they get their wine. It's the same concept. So if you are a server and you're responsible for the table, you need to make sure that it's properly marked, that the guest has exactly what they need for what's about to come to them.
Okay, thank you. With these videos that I watch, I have learned that I went and I work in this kind of restaurant, and so when we set tables, we gotta, like what he said, we have to like align every tables, and that's one thing that my manager always teaches us while training is when you put tablecloth, it needs to be above you. Like for example, if I'm sitting like this on the table thing should not go and hit and kind of landed on top of you. It has to be just right length. So that's one thing. When we set the tables, we have to kind of like just we were trained to set tables and settings for things like that. So like what he said, so when the guests walk in, they can be able to feel that we had prepared for them. And thank you for coming, and we will continue with our lesson next week. Thank you.